That was so disturbing.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we are watching Season 1, Episode 6 of Fallout called The Trap.
It's a trap!
It's a trap!
You have to say it like a Mon Calamari.
It's a trap!
That's right.
Yeah, that was pretty good, right?
Uh-huh.
That was good.
Yes.
Yeah, so they just fell into a trap.
They did.
They did. And they're in a vault now.
That's right. That was a very Fallout game type event to have happen. You know, you go to explore, oh, it's a medical building, there'll be supplies in here and stuff, and then, oh, a false door, and you wake up and a new mission has begun where you're in a vault. Lucy thinks it's a good thing, because she likes her home.
she likes the vault.
But we know more about vault tech, and that this is not a good thing.
Yeah. The fact that they fell into a trap, they're on the trap side of the vault situation is probably not good for them. She's gonna learn, this is gonna be her opportunity to learn what the vault is actually, what it actually kind of means to live in a vault.
Right,
to outsiders.
I have a feeling that this episode will be the way for them to give vault tech lore and information to the audience generally and to Lucy as a protagonist.
Right.
You know, about like, here's the deal with vault tech, you know, people who are just watching this show without game background don't know about every vault is a science experiment, all that stuff. They have to establish that on the show, and that's what this will be.
I guess I didn't even think about the aspect of that when we were, you know, hearing about the other vault, the 3 connected vaults before, you know, and the fact that, like, it's not necessarily clear to the whole audience that we know what's going on here, that there's something nefarious happening, but you know, somebody coming in cold might not even have picked up on that yet.
No,
you know?
just there's connected vaults, and now we know that one of them is sending all their... Yeah, so that's the other storyline currently running, is all the overseers come from Vault 31 into 33 and 32. 32 figured it out somehow, and everyone killed each other. And themselves. So that was weird, and we still don't quite have everything there, but we know that... What's her name? The new elected overseer is...
also...
she's a 31er.
31er, and
so is Steph, the new mom.
Yeah, that's right. And they cleaned up everything.
That's right.
The only people who know is the cousin and the brother.
Right.
Whose names always escape me.
The brother is Norm.
Norm, okay. That's a pretty normal name.
So, yeah,
I think that's kind of all we have for...
Well, and the ghoul. We didn't see him in the last episode, but before that, he got his medicine back. And he, like, got all the medicine, so he's good to go on the not turning feral thing, but we don't really know where he is at this point. He presumably still wants to get the head. And, yeah, the head is with, what's his name? Thaddeus. Yes, walked away with that. So, there's all those pieces, I guess. But should we get to it?
Yeah, sure, let's do it. We have a Patreon. Check it out in the link below if you want. There's full-length reactions over there. There's movie polls if you want to help us pick what to watch next. And my hair is wet, not greasy. It's pouring rain out there, and I'm not defensive, you're defensive. Let's watch Fallout.
Today, I'm here to show you a vast and wonderful place. Not made by God Almighty, but the working man.
Oh, it's gonna be the whole, like, intro video to sell it to people.
Oh, that's funny, yeah.
There, that's better.
That's ominous. Kind of, like... not a good advertisement.
Yes.
Now this corridor here is Sycamore Street, where you'll wave howdy to any one of your 200 neighbors on your way home for an enchanted evening with your loved ones.
Yeah, just...
I get it. I get how you could design this with good ideas in mind, you know, like without the experiment piece of it.
Sure, yeah.
Well, there hasn't been a nuclear incident, has there?
No, not yet, but our family and a group of 80 volunteers will be conducting a 5-year trial of Vault.
No, they're just living there anyway to make sure it works.
Because if the worst should happen tomorrow, the world is going to need Americans just like you to build a better day after.
Propaganda's so interesting because I'm just watching that going like, that looks like it sucks. I don't want to live down there.
But they are living under the specter of annihilation. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Bud Askins, I oversee the Southern California operations.
You designed the T-45 power armor.
The first of its kind. You know, I oversaw the rollout. You know, the design flaws were ridiculous, but they sure looked great.
I wore the T-45.
I see, so this maybe started as a good project and then defense contractors got involved and it became experiments.
Yeah, right.
The future of all humanity comes down to one word.
Yeah, what's that?
Management.
What?
Yeah, dude. What?
Well, I'm awful happy for you, Buck.
Bud Askins.
Bud Askins.
Yeah.
Name sounds familiar.
Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard. Bud Askins.
There he is again.
Yep. Great.
I, Bartholomew Codsworth, am ever ready to serve.
Codsworth. That's so funny. Yeah.
And that he was the voice of the Mr. Handy a couple episodes ago.
Here, I lost a movie over these ads. Yeah, showed up set. The actors wouldn't come out of their trailers. Bonnie Lewis
Damn.
was on moral grounds.
Oh, what?
Fucking Hollywood Reds. I'm telling you, radicalism is sweeping through Hollywood like a bad case of the clap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's the left.
I have meetings and everything. You know which way the wind is blowing, and it's that. A world run by people who wear pocket protectors to a pool party.
Oh, God.
You got their Pip Boys.
I mean, I did my bits in the same gravy train. Sold my vocal rights to that spinning robot they sell to housewives and perverts. Guess how much they
Didn't
paid
think
for
about
that.
that angle of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the voice comes from somewhere, I guess.
No, mostly the perverts part.
Oh, yeah.
I got 186
I suppose, you know?
free
Why not?
You need to play New Vegas.
Oh, sure.
They say, to the future.
How'd that work out for you?
I, Bartholomew Codsworth, am ever ready to serve.
I just want them to go back to the trap, not this. I mean, I want to see this, but they cliff hung us, and then
Yeah. The name of the episode led me to believe. That's where we were going.
Destroying a legitimate business? That's illegal around these parts.
what organization is this?
The government, he says.
Okay. Oh, it's Vault 4 from the
about that?
video. So run by top scientists is what it said in that video. What do they do hundreds of years later?
Yeah, right.
I'm fine. You had a rotten human tooth lodged in your shoulder. You are not fine.
Titus, this is a vault doctor. We should listen to his advice.
Yeah, she's just like
We can't thank
completely
you for letting Sam take
on
care
board
of
at this point.
That's what we do here.
A rotten human tooth?
Yeah,
That's what they shot out of the gun?
I guess so.
That's messed up.
I don't know if you've been to the surface, but it is not good.
I was born on the surface.
Oh. Sorry.
That's
I
Katie
didn't know.
Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, wow.
You're from Shady Sands.
Many of us are. We were lucky to find such a hospitable community here in Vault 4.
Yeah, so are we.
We just need you to stay.
Yes, you are.
a few hours longer to make sure you're
Thank you so much.
Everything is not as it seems here.
No.
Or surely not.
You want to have sex?
Is he allowed to do that?
We're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just completely it's not a big deal for her.
I
at
guess
all.
I chalk that up to the fact that they're just any closed community that's together for that long of a time is just going to be kind of open about everything you
Right,
think, you know.
but maybe that's also intentionally part of their culture. Yeah,
I
it's
think
their
you're
test
right.
subjects right
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
This is a cult. Same as any.
It's not a cult.
Everyone's smiling.
Titus, this is a safe
It's not used to that.
Yeah.
for people. Now, we're stuck here until you're able to travel.
Touching him's gonna scramble his brain.
Yep.
Mac and cheese.
Sorry to interrupt your breakfast, but our overseer wanted to say a quick hello. Overseer Benjamin, this
Whoa.
is Lucy and Titus.
Hey guys.
That is something
Want to say
else.
Hi.
Yes, it is.
Obviously, welcome to Vault 4.
Chris Parnell.
Just some oh, and if you're unfamiliar, with how the bathrooms work. Just asking.
It's so hard to listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Trust me, we've had incident after incident with newcomers. Okay, that should cover it.
It is Chris Parnell, right?
Yeah.
These are concerns beyond foosball or pencils or bathrooms. Birdie's available.
God, that makes me
Once
so
again,
uncomfortable.
Welcome to Vault 4. We're glad to have you.
Oh,
Thank you.
they really made that like very creepy to see. Over 12 stuff. Okay. Oh God.
Sorry.
What? What is that?
Stay.
Yeah, what is happening? So, but they're all citizens of the vault, right? So there's got to be some thing about either that's consensual in some way that you're having those things done to you or something, right?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Just accept that they're all part of like
genetically mutated.
Yeah.
I've been reading too much news lately. Got me second guessing the whole city life.
That's a good call.
I guess so. Well, got their Pip Boys.
We're integrating them with the Vault-Tec emission systems.
Bud Askins.
Bud Askins. Trust me, I know. Company's filled with guys like him, but Vault-Tec exists with or without me.
Is he like the reason that they're all experiments, that Bud Askins guy?
Does seem like that.
Working with these assholes.
I need this job, Coop. It guarantees us a spot in the vault.
We've got money. We can buy a spot in the vault.
One of the good vaults.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
There are good vaults and there are evil vaults.
Mm-hmm.
You want a nose on your forehead? I didn't think so.
Doing what I can.
Well, and I have a feeling they're not going to get let into the vault, and that's going to be part of why he hates Vault-Tec so much, is that their promise of we have a spot for you is going to be a lie.
Yeah.
Vault-Tec's the fucking devil, man.
My wife works there. You really think Barb's a devil?
No, okay.
No, she works for the devil.
Yep.
The U.S. government has outsourced the survival of the human race to Vault-Tec. And Vault-Tec is a private corporation that has the fiduciary responsibility to make money for its investors.
Yeah.
Money by selling vaults.
That's called capitalism, Charlie.
But they can't sell vaults if these peace negotiations go through.
Yep.
Vault-Tec
There has to
has
be a
the
war.
Fiduciary responsibility to make sure that it don't work out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's why you can't make money off of fixing really
that
bad
movie we did with
problems.
Johnny Morton?
Yep.
You know, because
You were the
then
sheriff, now some
there's incentive to perpetuate the problem.
Yep.
Vault-Tec is $1 trillion company that owns half of everything. And after 10 years of war, the U.S. government is broker than a joke. The cattle ranchers are in charge, Coop.
Oh, come on.
Dude, he's so right.
He's
How can you
explaining
all
it
come on
so
this?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He's just in denial.
You're sitting here
Just
defending
one
a
of-
system that's ready to set the world on
His
fire.
wife works there.
It's true, and he did all the ads for it.
Yep.
You should come to a meeting. You should learn the truth about where your wife works.
Interesting.
You should. You totally should do that.
By the time he was at that birthday party at the end, he didn't want to do the thumbs up anymore.
Yeah, right.
You know, no dogs in the vaults.
He's like, wait, what?
She's just resigned to their moving in a vault.
Yep.
Yeah, dogs eat meat. It's an avoidable inefficiency.
So is it a vegetarian society? I guess maybe it would be.
Yeah.
Livestock is inefficient.
Right, yeah.
Well, I think that is a relatively trivial concern, given the prerequisite conditions of us living in a nuclear fallout shelter.
Well, you know, I'm not sure that it is, to be quite honest.
This is not about the dog, man. This is about something else.
Who makes the rules?
It's about whose authority are we submitting to.
That is a new rule.
Going to live in somebody's private world.
Yeah.
What if I don't want to wear a blue jumpsuit? What if I want to wear a green one?
So the bomb falls and you want to know about your wardrobe?
No, I want to know about my
Right.
freedom.
He's like, yeah.
Exactly,
I
yeah.
didn't go to war defending that freedom so that I could live in a cellar under the boot heel of Chairman Bud Askins.
And while you were away at war, I stayed home.
I know you.
I was checking the mail every
know.
day.
Careful
I was
balance
reading
of safety and
editorials
freedom,
every
man.
day.
Give up your freedoms just for
Driving
safety,
myself
man.
Crazy. And I think about how humanity can survive a nuclear event that will wipe out 90% of life on Earth. And I come home, and you're talking to me about hiding out at a ranch up in Bakersfield. Yeah, I don't even know what planet you're on sometimes.
Of course, the Vault Tech employees are all like, have drank the Kool-Aid.
So,
Just
exactly.
like, this is happening.
There will
Right.
be no
I mean, she's
we
right.
have no choice.
And
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
none of it is ideal.
lucky for her.
But if billions of people
She's right.
are going to lose their lives, I will do whatever it takes to make sure the people I love, that is you and that is Janie, aren't among them.
That's it's hard to argue.
A special vault for management, where we will oversee all of the other vaults. You don't get it. That is the best we can possibly hope for.
I guess it is, yeah.
Well,
the place is untampered with.
I mean, isn't the whole... I feel like the counterpoint is like, can't we just hope that there's no nuclear war first?
Hope is not a plan.
I guess, yeah.
I'm from a vault.
So you are Goosey McLean.
Oh, no, it's Lucy.
Ha! That's too funny, man.
It says Goosey. But hey,
okay, but it's wrong.
And that's
You're from here?
5 generations. And proud of it.
Huh. Well, I just thought because so many people
Like,
here seem
can't
to
you...
be
You could
refugees
say it.
from the surface.
Because you have one eye, bro.
Well, these people, am I right?
Oh.
I grabbed a moldy one.
Oh, God. What?
You won't find anyone
guy's gross.
open-minded. But these newcomers, let me tell you, if you want to get elected, you have to respect their traditions and tolerate them and not call them surfies. It's awful.
I just keep hearing the dad from Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I just can't not hear it. It's great, though. He's so funny.
There's Cyril from Archer, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
What's on level 12 and why can't we go there?
We don't talk about that. Jeez, what's the matter with you?
He brought it up.
I only wanted to.
Goodbye, Goosey.
You're not going to ask about the mutations or his eye or
Right.
anything?
Well, she took the wrong conversational path and then lost the opportunity to ask about that stuff.
Where do you guys get your power from?
Oh, why? What are you doing, man?
He's going to steal the Vault's fusion core and use it to power his suit.
They can power the vault for,
200 years.
Yeah, but it can power the suit for whatever.
60 minutes.
60 minutes, yeah. Do you let him down there?
It's unguarded, I guess.
Yeah, it's
unmanned. Not even unguarded, but there's not even somebody working here.
There's nobody there to be like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, okay.
Oh, Starbuck is here.
Trust doesn't come easily to those of us with a guilty conscience.
And he sure does have one of those, doesn't he?
I think so.
How about you sleep in a room of your own tonight? Have a hot shower.
Yeah, this seems threatening.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of comfort.
And just the sound in this room is very
And when you say hot shower,
disheartening.
what does that mean exactly?
You never had a hot shower?
Yeah.
Is that a welcome basket?
Aw, it's got sugar bombs and deviled eggs.
Yeah. So maybe people who were born in here have the mutations and outsiders are brought in and just folded into the society.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm not leaving.
This is awesome. Yeah.
What head? Time to go get a head.
And he doesn't need to worry about any other consequences for any of the stuff he did up top.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, some history. So it was another nuke Just
2077.
recently.
2277, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. All that music gives me chills, man.
That flag is so cool to see exist in reality and somebody holding.
What's going on?
It's a surface dweller tradition. It can get a little rambunctious for my taste.
Oh no, is there going to be some kind of a gladiatorial combat or something?
It seems like, yeah. How does it feel, dude?
Well, it's the nature of the wasteland.
Yeah.
I heard it was a ghoul that fucked up that super duper mark. Nobody told me it was the ghoul.
Goron from Barry.
You boys know who you just brought in?
This sumbitch right here.
His accent's a little different.
Bounty hunter to ever shoot.
You're still looking for her.
Oh.
Well, Sorrel, I can confidently cross one reason off that list for you.
Is his wife or daughter still out there somewhere?
I ain't still alive so that I can have unintelligent conversations with dipshits like yourself.
Ouch.
That's the president of the government you're talking to.
President of the government.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
What a deal.
I think it might just be like this band of dudes, though.
Like, yeah.
That super duper mart you gutted was under our protection. So if I wanted to let you go scot-free, folks might lose faith about what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't have that.
Your protection racket collapses if you don't protect.
Guilty as charged.
Just like that.
Just like that.
It wasn't even his fault, it was Lucy's.
Now, take him out back and feed him to the hogs.
Feed him to the hogs.
Okay.
That's a horrible way to go, man. Oh! Gross. Oh, God!
You know, there's another TV show that this show reminds me of sometimes, and that was one of the moments. Did you ever watch Preacher?
No.
This show is like Preacher.
That's Moldavra. Why?
That's not how I remember her, so.
Well, how do you remember her?
What does that mean?
I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's a shrine.
What is this? Oh, God.
Secret political meetings.
Maybe this is a cult. You know what?
She's just trying to, yeah. Just go along.
Yeah. She seems like she's like, this is actually kind of fun. Exactly. I kind of like this.
Oh.
This is relaxing. Oh,
They
boy.
all gonna get naked now.
Oh, boy. She's like, I didn't know about this part.
No, come on, Lucy, you don't have to. Lucy.
Yeah, she's like, that's enough.
Thanks for coming. Yeah, we'll see if I stay.
God, I really wish I would have known what I was signing up for before I came over here.
Flame Mother, we remember.
So it's just a religious ceremony, but they all...
It's just getting weirder and weirder as it goes, though.
We bring back those taken from us by covering ourselves in their ashes.
Whoa.
Taken by covering ourselves in their ashes.
Okay. I mean, there'd be some very intense collective trauma from the immediate memory of surviving a nuclear blast, you know?
Big time.
Oh!
My God.
Okay, yeah, now time
boy.
to go sit on the sidelines now. We're just gonna observe
Once
instead
they
of
start drinking the
participate
blood,
anymore.
it's I'm done with it.
Mr. power?
That's Moldaver.
That's Moldaver. Yep.
Oh! What?
I'm a big fan.
So she's
What
worshipped
the fuck?
in Vault
Yeah.
4? So she's from before the bombs.
Yeah. Whoa.
So she is from a vault that like freezes you somehow or something. Okay, well this is quite a development. He has lost the plot.
Yep, totally.
These are called oysters? You want one? They make you feel so good. You want to make my cock explode now? Sorry? Intercourse?
No, Titus.
He's learning about this stuff. Okay,
we
great.
need to leave. Right now.
It's like,
These
oh.
people are insane.
Yeah, they're like.
He's realizing the opportunity he missed earlier.
Yep.
Plus my arm.
Exactly.
I ought to give it a little more time.
It's like brotherhood schmotherhood at this point, man.
Mm-hmm.
Caviar.
They gave me a robe.
How am I going to explain this to you? They were getting naked and drinking blood.
From us.
And worshipping the lady who kidnapped my dad and
Kidnapped my dad.
killed my vault.
Yeah.
You just go into level 12.
Yeah.
Straight to the source of the
Well,
mystery.
they really don't want people going to level 12, but it's really easy to just hit those buttons and just go there, apparently.
It's about trust. Or is it set up to be enticing on purpose as a trap?
That's sort of what I'm thinking. Now that you said it, that's what I'm thinking. I wasn't before.
And then if you go in there like, well, we told you not to, so
Yeah,
we're no
well,
longer
I
morally
guess,
responsible for what we're gonna do to you.
I guess you're getting a third arm. Sorry.
Oh, that
shit.
gulper. I mean, it's not the same gulper, is it?
I don't assume, I assume not.
Whoa. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god.
Oh, the
Are those
gulper
gulpers?
and the one whose mouth was full of human fingers.
Yep,
It probably
yep.
did come from here.
It's just, they're just...
And they're eating
my-
her.
Oh my god. So they're just human mutant creatures, basically. That's fucking crazy, dude.
No.
That's...
That was so disturbing.
Yeah. Ugh. There's a bunch of them.
Don't fuck with these.
They're making a bunch of gulpers. Is that why are they doing that?
No, or they're just...
They seem. I mean, the gulpers seemed like pretty useless against like gunfire.
Yeah. Was there a
It's
person
very
back there? I
soft.
think I saw a person
Yeah.
coming. Nope, he just went and sounded an alarm immediately. And now he's got a harpoon.
God damn, dude.
So the gulpers...
Yeah, they gotta make sure they can't escape.
Oh, whoa,
my
whoa,
God.
whoa, hang on! You could've...
Yeah, just...
Lucy, I don't know if you need to be doing this. Oh.
Oh my god. Shouldn't have gone there. Oh my goodness.
Maximus is just like, this is cool, this is chill.
Yeah.
How long will it take him to realize that he needs to go looking for Lucy and he hasn't seen her for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, Maximus is none too bright a bulb.
Well, I mean,
he seems
just
like-
from the nature of the life he's lived.
Right, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not his fault necessarily, but I feel like it would take a long time before he noticed that she was missing. I mean, he's totally just, God, he's fist deep in
Yeah.
oysters right
And
now. He
popcorn.
doesn't care.
Yeah. He's being
Hot
overwhelmed
showers.
with comfort. You know, that's hard to get beyond that.
This is something that he's probably never been in a truly secure, comfortable place in his entire life. This feels like, you know, a 5-star resort
Right.
to him.
He comes from an environment where being comfortable is seen as transgressive.
Yep.
You're not
Yeah,
supposed
totally.
to be comfortable.
Supposed to get your ass kicked all the time, apparently.
Yeah, well,
it's a good way to build a team.
I don't know if you're supposed to, but that's what happens all the time. Yeah. So.
Damn.
These experiments. Yeah. So is it all just the?
They're making gulpers. Is that what we're seeing?
Well, we saw that in the video, and then there's like a bunch of frozen people. Were they all pregnant women?
Yeah, they were all pregnant women.
But then that guy that came down had a nose on his forehead, and the overseer has one eye, Cyclops eye, and other people seem to have like glowing blue eyes. So what is going on in Vault? And they worship Moldaver, but only the surface dwellers in Vault 4. Remember, because the one guy was leaving is like, it's a surface dweller thing. It gets a little rowdy for me.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so we got kind of two different. Very interesting. I think you were right that the people who with the genetic mutations they're the original people. Yeah. They're descendants of the original
native-born Vault 4 inhabitants.
And the experiment going on in that vault had something to do with genetic mutations, right? Mm-hmm. Which would make sense for an arms dealer kind of like experiment that they would do. You know, we were taught they were talking about how, like, you know, the arms company was getting involved, right? So I think you're right that the Vault Tech, maybe their initial plan was just to sort of make money by giving people selling people spots in the vaults, right? But then it's like, oh, you can make money on top of money if you're doing experiments for nefarious
the defense contractors saw it and they were like, wait a minute, we have control populations, you know?
Yeah,
it's like each one is a closed population that you can do science on without any other variables. And it's an ideal situation. We can't pass it up.
Yeah, we can't pass it up.
And then
they have
all that unfolds.
Yep.
But it would also make sense then, the Overseer said that they bring people into the vault, they bring outsiders in because it's a policy from before his time. So if it was experimentation about genetic mutation and stuff like that, it would also make sense that they had a policy to bring in outsiders because you would need to introduce new variation into your mutant gene pool. If you're varying the genes in the vault wildly, you need like stable genes introduced every so often or it gets too out of control, I guess.
Well, that and just also the simple point of inbreeding for that long will just create an unviable like gene pool to mutate in the first place, right? So you can't.
Well, Vault 33 seemed to do okay.
Well, they had Vault 32 to mix.
It's true. Yeah, they had another vault.
The whole thing is that they exchange so they don't end up with too many genetic problems.
Okay.
But so we have two different kind of populations in this Vault 4. That's okay. I'm kind of catching up myself here because I was like, then they got so the experimentation making the gulpers, is that like, man, and a defense contractor making monsters out of people is a very interesting.
Yeah,
that's a gross.
Because those are definitely human fingers that were in the mouth of the gulper we saw them fight. So, did it come from this place? Is the implication? I mean, they've just been walking around on foot, right? It stands to reason they'd be in the same general area the whole time.
Why not? And maybe they start out as the little almost shark-looking things,
like tadpoles, kind of.
Could, who knows if they can like walk around on land and kind of just like get from one like pool of water to another, or like maybe they drop them off around and like see how they live. Because I think the one that was outside the window when she was down there is dead.
Yeah, it looked like
it came and like bumped against the window.
Yeah, it was just a floating body there.
Yeah, so they're around.
Yeah,
I think they've been. And, it could even be that a lot of the more viable sort of super monsters in this area were made by this vault.
Yeah.
And it could not just be gulpers. That could be like how they sort of like helped the audience put two and two together. They're like, we saw a monster out in the wilderness that had like weird human fingers and stuff like that. Like not necessarily something that you would think of immediately from like a nuclear like mutational perspective, and it's like, well, what if a vault is making these things?
Yeah, pretty much any of the random monsters you would see, I guess they're saying would come from one vault or another. Don't the centaurs in Fallout 3? Do you remember those? They're like weird people things with like tentacles coming out of their mouths, and then they have a weird and those come from a vault, I believe. So that's
it almost stands to reason more that like I think the original concept was that obviously nuclear Or, you know, radiation, yeah, can cause, like, birth defects, you know, it can cause, like, some pretty serious, mutations in the gene pool, especially, like, over long periods of time, too. But, like, you know, and so that the monsters came from that, but then you could add this second thing of, like, well, if they're doing genetic modification experiments anyway.
Exactly. And why not both influences to do that? Yeah.
And the super mutants, too, could definitely come from... I know there's a lore stuff about the super mutants that actually Fallout 4 doesn't really jive with very well because they were originally in this area and they specifically came from this area for like a reason.
I believe so. But yeah, I mean, I think they explained it in the Bethesda games as well of why they're in DC and Boston for 3 and 4.
Right.
But I don't know.
It's because you gotta have super mutants.
It's a fun enemy type.
You're not gonna do 3D Fallout games and not have super mutants in it.
And I think that the bounty posters that the ghoul was looking at, I saw what appeared to be a super mutant on those. So, you know, it's...
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
They are around in this world, even if we're not gonna see any this season. Yeah, I wonder... We've got 2 episodes left in the season now. I'm wondering... Super mutants, death claws, you know, like what other major Fallout stuff will we see that we haven't seen yet? That Assaultron that we saw out of commission, is one of those going to come back in the flesh?
Oh, I think it has to.
In the flesh, in the metal.
Maybe not this season, though.
Yeah.
That's a pretty advanced enemy to fight.
It's true, yeah.
You know, like
if our characters came across one of those, they would just die.
Yep. Pretty much right away. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. I assume... end of the season, maybe in the last episode, a Deathclaw is going to happen. That feels right to me that they would.
That'd be a good season finale monster.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And then the other thing we have to talk about is that Moldaver came from before the bombs and knew Cooper back in the day. And worked for Vault-Tec. So.
Yeah.
So what is? Oh, and she knew the Overseer. At the beginning, he was like, I think I know who you are, you know? Like, there was the... So, is Vault 31 the vault that, like, the management vault that Cooper and his family are supposed to get a spot in?
You know what, dude? That sounds like 100% correct. Because all the Overseers have come from Vault 31, at least in the... And it could be that all the Overseers at all... come from Vault 31 in some capacity. Maybe those 3 vaults aren't the only 3 that are connected to each other in some capacity. Maybe Vault 31 is a different number to the other. You know, it could be any number of like things, but it seems like the people in that vault probably live a very, very long time.
And they asked the ghoul, why are you still wandering around out here? Are you still trying to find her? Meaning either his daughter or his wife maybe is in there still.
Oh, you know? Yeah, sure. Maybe she got in.
Exactly. Somehow he was not able to get inside, and he's trying to get to Vault 31 to... And so that's the final... Okay, maybe did we just figure out the end of the season? I don't know.
Oh boy, I think so. We may have.
We'll have to see if we're right, but yeah, there's the pieces seem to be falling into place, I guess.
If we're right, don't tell us in the comments.
Yes, please,
and if
no
we're
spoilers.
wrong, don't tell us in the comments.
No
we'll
spoilers.
Find out ourselves, but certainly have discussion. I really like the show. This is fun to watch for sure.
Great stuff. That does it for this week, then?
I think so. Thanks so much for watching with us, everybody. I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Catch Up Packets.